Now, we'll go on with the analysis of the biomechanical model of the units. In this case, we have Alessandra. She has multiple dysfunctions, which we can find both at the level of the upper part, that is Unit 2 and Unit 1, and at the level of Unit 3. One way to try to isolate the dysfunction and be sure of which unit to choose and analyze is to ask our patient to perform a self-stretch test. The self-stretch test, in this case, will help us further isolate the dysfunction present within the unit number 3. As we can notice now, the upper regions, Unit 2 and Unit 1, tend to improve and straighten out, whereas on Unit 3, we can notice this exact type of dysfunctional vector, as Unit 3 tends to stay that way and does not improve. This is an indication that will lead us to perform a more accurate analysis of what our Unit 3 is. I remind that Unit 3 tends to be subject to primarily pressure dysfunctions. We can find musculoskeletal dysfunctions as well, but they will tend to be either secondary or background dysfunctions. In this case, on Alessandra, we can see a mainly muscular skeletal problem, so this is not a dysfunction of a pressor character. We can reaffirm that there is a curve and therefore muscular tension which arises and follows a vector that goes from posterior to anterior. Now we can ask our assistant to cover with a sheet everything we find on the top to be able to isolate our Unit 3 and focus on it. We lift slightly to the right and go slightly to the left, please. Perfect. In this case, we can see specifically all there is inside the Unit 3. We can notice that this muscle stiffness and the difference in muscular tone between right and left side. We now ask our assistant to slightly lower the sheet on Unit 4 to see what happens between Unit 3 and Unit 2.